Hello everybody and welcome to this episode of Awesomenauts, usually SlowWolf. We're going to play some Max today. And the reason why we're going to play some Max today is because it's now post-patch. And it feels like it's the correct thing to do. I also ended up playing him on the stream the other night and, yeah. I am impressed, actually, with the character, but I still think he suffers from the exact same problems that he did before. It's just not as pronounced. So what are those problems, you might ask? Well, let's go over the basics. The first thing was that outside of his right click, he's still very, very frighteningly weak. He can't go toe-to-toe with people. Chase is difficult most of the time. What he has to do, like must do, is land his combo and get people weak enough that if he chases, he kills. Is he capable of chasing? Absolutely. He has a ton of chase right now. He's very, very strong on that front. But because of his low HP and because of the fact that people have so many ways to heal or turn things around between like Ayla and deadlift and stuff, it can be very difficult, especially against deadlift. I ended up playing a game against Waka Banana the other night, like last night actually, and it was a good game on our part. We ended up not dying, 5-0-5 or something like that. It wasn't awful. We ended up doing a lot in terms of trying to keep our team afloat. However, after we used our right click, there wasn't much else we could really do. It just kind of dried up at that point. Hey, so let's see if we manage to pull this one off. And I'll be honest with you, I think we can. Their lineup says that we need to go for, yeah, we're gonna go for Brutalities, the Kraken Empire, bright and early, and maybe even 2 ranks of it. This is an option here. One of the things that I'm thinking about with this lineup right now is that they've got a Durple and they've got a Clunk. Both of those characters are pretty easy to deal with as far as a max goes because you can avoid them for years. But then on top of that, they also get dealt a ton of extra damage. Oh, and we just pick up all the solar, and that's the main gist of what we're trying to do right here on the SlowWolf channel here. Just thought that we'd go ahead and start farming all the lanes, getting all the money, and that's how we're gonna do things. Because we are, you know, we're winners. That's what winners do, is they get all the money all the time. Yeah, there we go. We got that all done and dealt with, and then there's this fairly easy to deal with, easily killed. Alright, and we back off. Right now, our team is, like, absolutely keeping things down. I have a feeling that they're going to surpass us in terms of solar very, very quickly, despite the fact that we've got access to Piggy Bank bright and early. Oh my gosh. Piggy Banking directly into 2 ranks of Brutalities of the Kraken Empire is actually brutal. It does so much. Like, our farm is actually incredible right now. Oh, if he had dropped down, we would have gotten him with that burst. One of the things that's really changed about Max, there's 2 big changes. The first big change is that he has been reduced in terms of his horizontal power. Like, his right click does not go as far as it used to, which is naturally an issue. It's not something you want to have to deal with, even semi-regularly, is reduced range. However, to compensate for that, he also has incredible vertical movement speed now again, which is lovely, obviously. Oh, and I would highly, highly recommend that you abuse the shit out of that whenever possible. We also got a reduced cast time on his bubble, which is actually huge. Reducing the cast time on his bubble allows him to do so much more in terms of actually landing the bubble. Like, it's funny what a 0.2 cast time reduction can actually do to a team. Couldn't quite land what I wanted to there. That's fine. Nothing I can't deal with just by right-clicking elsewhere. And we are already almost at, like, our next big upgrade here, which is both ranks of the overdrive gear. Why is overdrive gear so good? It reduces the cooldown on this ability that's allowing us to farm every lane without any problems to practically, like, I can use this on every droid wave. So we're going to go do that immediately, and we're actually keeping up our solar advantage because of this right now. So this is fine by us. What's our 3rd utility row item going to be? Honestly, against this team, I don't see us going anything other than pills. We're not going to need boots against the majority of it, honestly. Oh, that was good. That was very good. That's fine. Honestly, I did not need to continue to attack that. We did everything we needed to. We chased. We dealt damage. Oh, that almost worked. You dirty so-and-so. Doing a ton of damage, but not nearly enough to really simplify a kill here. Whoa, landed it. Vertical movement speed. Suck it. Vertical movement speed on a ridiculously short cooldown. Oh, that would have landed too. Ooh! That almost got me. Don't talk to me about the sound I just made, okay? Anyway, I recognize that the jitterbug is back. I've been trying a bunch of different fixes to get rid of the jitterbug. That's the, you know, the problem where you'll see the footage kind of jump a little bit. I promise you it's not my fault. Okay, we managed to land the burst, but now we need to get everybody out of there safely, if at all possible. It seems like it's doable. Okay. Landed it. But past that, not much else. Honestly, Derple's in a bad situation. He's gonna have to deal with a Max that sort of knows what he's doing most of the time. Okay, toss that out. It's not gonna do anything this time, but you know what it is. The frog will, actually. He ends up dying for it, unfortunately, and we could have gotten some easy kills, but we kind of messed up our left clicks pretty badly against the Derple earlier, so that's on us. Toss out one of these babies, and then just watch the solar drip on in. Okay, now we're gonna have to deal with that push while we're already downstairs dealing with this other push. Look at how easy that was. There we go, and dealt a little bit of extra residual damage. Currently, Max is able to farm like a beast right now, and I think that this build that we've got going on for him 100% works. Like, look at that. Boom. That's 10 solar. Perfect. We're already in the next lane, pushing it out, and we only have 3 seconds till our next laser light show goes off. Perfect, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, try land. It almost worked. Back off from my teammate. Gotcha. Okay, good stuff. That's our first kill of the game. Feels good, dog. Okay, now, don't let Chucho die. Chucho's gonna be fine. Okay, go downstairs. Deal with this. It's not gonna take more than a couple seconds of just pew 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 pew, and it's dead. Lovely. I honestly feel like the vast majority of situations. Gotcha. In the vast majority of situations, what you want to be doing with Max's right click is not going for duration. The overall damage increase that duration does is a little bit easier to dodge because it's not all in one burst. If you get Brutalities of the Kraken Empire, you get the majority of your damage in one go. And it's fantastic. Now, to couple this up... Oh, we're a little bit off. Let's go ahead and fix that problem. To couple this off, we're going to make sure that our bubble is about as strong as it can possibly be. So now our bubble goes a bit slower, but it also slows them down a lot more. And I think that this is probably where we're going to start seriously picking up. These two upgrades together cause huge issues for characters like Derple and Clunk. So, no. Anybody who's in there can just back the frick off for a minute. Oh. Almost! Okay. Now we just need to increase the lifetime of this thing, and we're good to go. Oh! Almost landed a bunch of good damage again. Like, this is tough. This is very tough. For us to land all the damage that we want. But it'll do for what our purposes are today. Oh, we almost landed the burst, too. If we had landed that burst, that would have been an easy... Uh-oh. We're not going to die for this, are we? Yeah, we almost did. Oh, we almost did. Hi. Oh, we almost died for that. That would have been bad. Okay. Alright, so what's the plan here? I mean, we want to land our combo, obviously, but it's a little difficult right now, so we're going to take it easy on that front. One thing I'm thinking about doing right now is going for the attack speed and the damage and then the movement speed reduction canceling on his left click. Just making sure that we have as much left click DPS as possible. The build itself does a ton of damage. Like a ton of damage. It's... Okay then. That landed and it hurt. It does a decent amount of damage to say the least. Like already we're dealing 103 at a reasonable clip. Now imagine that in an incredible clip and you're good to go usually. Okay, landed the damage. It did a decent amount of work and the jitterbug's kind of fucking with us. That's fine. I mean, what else is new? Jitterbug. Jitterbug. Oh, the damage is good. The damage is great. My upwards flight is something I appreciate. Okay. Max, as you can tell, is very good now again. Just because of his movement increase. Everything else... and to mention, you know, he's got both the base abilities from the start, which means that we don't suffer from did we buy the right item syndrome. Yeah, well, we ate that, unfortunately, and he's probably still gonna die. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Okay, take this shit out. Not hard to do. One thing that Max really benefited from in this last patch is the fact that he has both base abilities from the start now. That's something that might not have initially existed and is fantastic that it exists in Max's part. Like having that ability to just kind of be like, oh no, you get to slow down for a little bit while we escape. That's fine by me. The ability for him to have both base abilities is huge. It gives him so much more in terms of his ability to be flexible, be aggressive, attack people, you know, that kind of stuff. It's very nice. Do we go for range? I haven't needed it yet, so I'm actually going to avoid it for now. Let's go ahead and grab the attack speed and flying camera. No, I can't get both. Let's get the flying camera. So flying camera means now that we don't slow down while we're attacking, which allows us to effectively chase and kite for years. It's kind of nice to say the least. Okay, well we have to run. Unfortunately, we fucked that one up pretty badly. If anyone would like to come up and say hello, you can be my freaking guest. Okay, now we need to be a little careful here. We don't have all the HP in the world, unfortunately. Slow down that nuke a little. Not that it matters. Alright, what's the plan? I mean, maybe flying camera was not the first pickup I should have gone here. I probably should have gone for a couple of different ones here. Including, like, just left-click damage. That'd be nice. But I really sincerely feel like boots are not going to be necessary here. As good as they are, they're not necessary by any stretch of the imagination. Because... Okay, we can't stick around any longer. He got the kill on the frog. Alright, things are starting to turn around for the other team right now. They're feeling a lot stronger all of a sudden, and I'm not sure from whence this comes, but... we haven't been landing our stuff as much, so that's one thing maybe. Do a little extra damage. Maybe keep chasing. Did what we could there. We're just gonna fly over these guys. Oh, I said fly over these guys. I don't want to see you. Okay. Last thing I said that I wanted to do was see you there. Okay. Like you UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly. What is it with kids, by the way? And coming up with like the actual worst things to say to people. UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly. Like, see, like, I remember hearing that in, like, primary school, effectively, and that stuff was just... It sucked, right? Okay, we could definitely use range. You know what? I take back what I said. Range is our next... Oh, God! That was weird and bad. Alright, head home. We want range. We want range something fierce. That 15% reduction to our range has been, pretty brutal. So, increasing the speed and the range at which our little lasers go out here is going to be very, very helpful for dealing with their crap. Oh my lord. I'm not expecting this frog to die as much as he is right now. He's 4 and 7, which naturally hurts a little. You know what? You stay slowed. You stay away from me. Goodbye. Okay, I'll take all those creeps. That's fine. Dealt as much damage as I could. I didn't die, which is nice. But at this point, I need to stand back. Like, I can't actually go close to this wave without dying right now, so... As much as I want to. Okay, we managed to clear that lane? Look, we got the money we needed. Fantastic. Go back, grab some more speed on that attack stuff. What's next? Probably just more damage on our right click. If I'm being honest with you, going for our left click this early was an unwise decision. It was not a good choice. That was not the right time to spam that, unfortunately. He's gonna live easily. I end up eating a snare. Not dying for it, which is nice, but a snare nonetheless. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to wrap around here. Oh, come on. They're not going any of the directions that I want anymore. What? Okay, careful, careful, careful. One thing that might help here. Oh, we landed a bunch of damage. I think we landed the entire right click, which is huge. Okay, take this stuff out. We lost our frog again, which does not make me feel good, honestly. But Frog's in a rough spot, honestly, with this game. He can't really get super aggressive without dying for it. The issue here is that he should not be going NATO. If he wanted to get aggressive, I mean, as dumb as this sounds, Range gun, man. Range gun would be huge. Alright, back down over here. You think you have a droid wave? You think you have a droid wave? You can't handle my droid waves. My droid waves are intended for more durable audiences. Alright, look. Anyway, to handle this stuff. No normal droid wave can handle our shit right now. Like, we literally just clear the lane. This must be frustrating for them because they have a hard time even getting close to us at this point. The issue right now is that despite our range, despite everything else we got going for us, we aren't quite able to land everything that we want yet. And we need to, like, seriously predict if we want to land our burst, which obviously sucks a little. Okay, try to land as much burst as I could. We at least got one kill, but now we're in a rough spot in terms of our HP. There we go, use that. Help to land some stuff. We're a little hurt. You know what? This is the grounds to go home. 86 droid kills later. We are top in terms of experience and solar for our team. That's a good feeling. So do we go for lifetime on this thing? I think I have to. So we're going to go for the lifetime on the bubble. So now it'll last a little bit longer, which is kind of necessary considering that we shortened the distance that it can go. And coupled with the range means that now we can actually land the bubble into Thingamabobber combo. Here comes the clock. He's a great big dick and a great suck. Man, he can eat several dongs, but then I hope he dies. Okay, this droid wave is dead. And then we're back here. We've got 4-second cooldowns on everything. Overdrive gear is demented on this character, I think. Okay, we have no means in there. If they go into that hole... If they go in that hole, we can't actually follow. It's actually impossible. Almost. I'll eat the snare. That's fine. I don't really mind. It lasts for years, but... Okay, that wave is done. And that wave is also done. Okay. Like, the fact that this thing's on a 7-second cooldown where I'm not using it is really, really good. I think that's just worth saying exactly the way that I said it right now. Really, really good. The jitterbug there kind of cost us quite a lot in terms of our HP and our positioning, unfortunately. So let's take that shit out immediately. Okay. We can't actually go down there. There's just... Our damage is not good enough from that kind of angle to do what we want to do there. Yep, okay, that's fine. I mean, we're surviving so far, so that's good. But going between the lanes here is tough. So we're going to need to start thinking about maybe getting some other kinds of... Oh no, the snare! Tank it for the team. Now shoot it. Oh, we landed burst. In all the right places. Okay, so that's helpful. We landed burst. We tanked a missile for our frog, which probably kept him alive, if I'm being honest with you. But we lost the Chucho in the process. Okay, you get out of here. I don't want to see your shit anymore. Okay, we're a little hurt. What do we get? I mean, just more right-click damage? That makes the most sense to me. Because at this point, it's the only thing that is doing damage from us. Like, if we go for anything else here at this point, it's just gonna be ugly. Going in on that would have been suicide. Penny would have just killed us. Let's take this out before they do. Okay, and this is officially the hardest turret for us to handle. Thank you. Run off. Alright, now shoot the shit out of this. And then watch as shit dies. Oh no! Isha, you need to survive, bud. Oh, you're so close to dead. But there's no frog there anymore. Shit. Okay, well, whatever. Hang back. Get some easy farm. There we go. 2 and 6. It's not bad. It's not exactly what I'm looking for either. But you know what? I'm not doing everything awful on this game. Like, we're not costing our team any solar, is the thing. We have not given the other team any solar whatsoever. No deaths. That's pretty important. Okay, let's go ahead and take that out. Head on home. And we've maintained our solar advantage over our team, at least in over 2/3 of theirs. Unfortunately, their Penny is really picked up, despite the nerfs that she suffered this past patch. Oh god. Survive! Teammates, survive! Run. We were not able to run. Please, Frog, survive. That's all I ask. He survived. He even got the kill. And now we died after all that talk I did. To be fair, the only one that we've killed on their team really has been the Durple, who's been having a hard time, as is expected when you're dealing with a max. Their Clunk is having a really good time. He's playing well, and Clunk got some pretty significant buffs this previous patch, so I'm not surprised. Penny Fox is just absolutely wrecking shit right now. I think this is in large part because Frog can't really do anything to survive at the moment, and a bunch of other things, honestly, but eventually we'll be able to deal with the Penny Fox. It's just, we're not there yet. We need a certain je ne sais quoi. Specifically, we need our left click up and running to a point where it's just not even an issue anymore. It might be worth holding on to our bubble until a situation where we actually see it being useful. Like here, it's not going to be hella useful, but it's going to allow us to get 5 solar relatively safely without dying, which is important. And currently, the name of the game is just keep the lanes clear and survive a little longer. Okay, we missed everything. We're going to have to wait another 7 seconds before we're useful again. 2, 1. Okay, here, I can smell it. Here it comes. They're trying to do stuff. Eat some of this damage. Oh, look at that. Look at that Durple. He's so low. It's just, we can't do it. The rest of the team's there. Run. Just run. Go ahead, take that shit out. And we're alive. Yes! We live! We live! We should have fucking died, but we lived! We lived! We lived all the time. Things are looking good, I guess. We can one-shot those guys now without any damage upgrades, so that's a good sign. Dead. And I dealt damage to the Durple, which is, again, always nice. Yeah, these guys are just straight up pushing hard, which is totally fine. But if we can land a really good slowdown into maybe their doom? No, I'm gonna explode instead. Oh, shit, man. And the Frog survived all that, huh? I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. Okay. Now, it is worth mentioning that despite the hard time my Frog is having, he is 300 solar behind the other team's lowest. I'm now 300 solar behind their team's highest. And, yeah, like that's pretty much across the board. There's like a 300, 200 solar difference between all the different characters here. In short, feels bad, man. We got 20% DPS increase over, you know, nothing effectively is pretty sweet here. It's going to allow us to do a lot more damage, I think a lot quicker. But, hey, you know how games is and all. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. Where are these guys? And how do we take them out is the main thing. Like, landing bubble has never been so hard. Like, this level makes it very fucking difficult. Oh, no. Don't go in the teleport. Good man. Okay. Good. Handled that. Oh, and then you took it, you dirty, rotten bastard. No! The deployment pads! They stunned me out of it! That's so good and annoying and awful. I can't go in on this. Like, there's no way. I don't have vertical damage. Like, this is Max's greatest weak point right here. And I can do actually nothing about it. Okay, green guy, you're up next, bud. Or not. Apparently you can silence people, so that hurts. Still, we got rid of the Clunk. That's important. He's a lot of their weight, effectively. We just need to not die to the Penny wherever she is. We are also getting left-click damage at this point because, honestly, right-click damage has not been as reliable as I would have liked. We've been having a very difficult time landing it. And there's several reasons for this. But the main reason I can think of off the top of my head is that it's just, this map is awful for Max. Yeah, he can fly, but his ability to kind of deal vertical damage is stunted by the fact that there's just not a lot of choke points. One thing that would really help here is if we were on Aiguillon, because of that, run. If you're on Aiguillon, because the Aiguillon allows us to actually, you know, do stuff vertically without them being able to dodge it, you know? But in this particular case, it's just, there's so many, like, horizontal walls that it's just difficult to land anything of worth, you know? Okay, that's a wasted bubble, sort of. And we do really have to use our laser light show at the right time, our slow show at the right time. I mean, he exploded on nothing, which is nice. Okay. Okay, good stuff so far. We are going to go for the full DPS build on this. As risky as it is, I think it's the only way to create enough variance that we actually come out of this game on top. Because the extra damage that we'll get out of having full DPS on our... no, survive, thank you. Oh my lord. The only way that we're going to survive this is if we do enough damage to cause the variance necessary to be able to survive these coming moments. Okay, so taking out that stuff there was pretty important because now they can't really push top easily. And now we actually got down to bottom fast enough that we can sort of deal with it. Okay, we can't deal with it enough though, and they're going to take it out relatively easily, unfortunately. Shit. That's bad. That's very bad. Very, very bad. How do we come out on top of this? Like, honestly, right now, we're not being as effective as we were early game. And I got pulsed and killed. There wasn't much I could do there, unfortunately. They kind of came out through the bottom teleporter, which I wasn't expecting because I didn't look at the minimap. And then I died. And a 2-for-1 is not worth it here. I'm going to put this pretty much squarely on, like, us not playing safe enough. Our frog was unable to really get anything done, and we could have had this game. We countered, I think, honestly, if they had to overcommit, we counter a good chunk of their team. But, like, their Penny has no check to, or counter, you know, that our team owns. Like, our team just cannot deal with her. So, no, get the fuck off. She got back 3 of them instantaneously. How? Okay, she's got Blue Man Group, and she's got the other upgrades. Okay, that's fine. That makes a lot more sense also. And Isho's dead. I mean, we tried. Same map, same character as last time. You know what? Nah, see this. It's been fun. Same map as last time. And about the same kind of results, honestly. Our team just, whoa, no. We can't actually get back in there, unfortunately. Not easily, anyway. God, I hate stun. It can suck a dick. Okay, just start taking out the droid waves. But, like, what else can we do, man? Yeah, that's me dead. Like, this is the best that we can do. This fucking blows, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. This game looked so winnable at the outset. Green guy played really, really well. He obviously did. 10, 1, and 6 is a score you should be proud of. 4,100 experience gained is a lot as well. We did it as best as we could. I think we cleared out a lot of lanes. We kept our piggy bank relevant throughout the entire game, so I honestly don't think that was a bad idea from start to finish. We could have probably picked up pills early. But 4 and 12, man. Like, I understand. There were traps everywhere. But this is the price of being unadaptable. And as a frog, you have tools to counter this. As dumb as it sounds, going for range gun in this case would have been more useful because you would at least been able to do damage from a distance. And had you seen an opportunity going with a burst dash, that could have maybe increased your left click or something like that. But this build obviously did not work. It cost him a lot of deaths, which gave them the farm necessary to be able to come out on this on top. This Durple, he might have died a lot, but his traps are a story all on its own. They caused our team to fuck up. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. If you did, be sure to let me know. Hit the like button down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.